Hi guys, welcome back. This is your average Pokemon trainer with more Wi-Fi battle goodness. Now, today we have a match against Jonathan. Jonathan is also a regular person on my site. This is Jonathan Law, by the way. He wanted a rematch with me. I said, sure, let's. No, no, this is not Jonathan Law. This is Johnathan Vences. People with the same name. People with the same name. You get the mix up. You get the mix. I'm sorry, Vences. Yeah, this is a match against Vences. He was on the site. Just got accepted to the site, actually. And he was looking around for a battle. I was in the vicinity to get in a battle, and I wanted to try out a new team, you know? This is a brand new team from me. You've never seen this before. So let's go through the details. Fine details. We have Scarf Garchomp, and we are going to name him Scuffchomp. Scuffing Chompers, or as I would like to call him, Ooh Chewy. We have a Florgus, special defensive Florgus. He has a unique set. I won't spoil it for you, but it has some unique moves. This team is for singles and doubles, so the move is for more uses into doubles, but it plays good effectively in singles as well. There are drawbacks of using the move that Florgus has on him though, but we'll get into that as we progress. I have a Talonflame on my own, but Shebe, you said Talonflame is so standard. Why you using standard Talonflame? Hey, shut your mouth. I ain't using no standard Talonflame, boy. This is a defensive Talonflame, which me and my boy Dino, aka Duncan, Brandon Duncan, we came up and it's like everybody's running physical offensive Talonflame. Let's do a defensive build. I said sure. At first I wanted it with flame body, but he told me run it with gill wings. You're gonna have priority roost, and you could always run it with Will-O-Wisp if you do want that burn on it. I said that's a good idea, so I end up running this particular defensive build of Talonflame. I won't get into the EV spread, you gotta find that out for yourself, but it has Roost, Will-O-Wisp, acrobatics, and it has bulk up. Now bulk up is to raise my defense and attack. Once my defense and attack gets to a sky high proportions, Talonflame pretty much wrecks shop over your team, all over your life. It's pretty damn sweet. It's pretty broken, I must say. It's pretty damn broken. But anyhow, we have Mariana back for some more chomp action. I love myself Mariana. Mariana is one of my favorite mons from Turdren. I really like Mariana a lot. We have a Sash, Alakazam, not Mega. I didn't want to run any Megas on this team, so I opted to go for Sash. Alakazam instead of the Mega Alakazam. Might run it next time, who knows, but that's a good idea for next time. But it's Sash Alakazam for right now. And we have Escavalier. Escavalier is pretty good Pokemon from 5th gen. Has some decent moves since it does get knockoff. Knockoff is improved in 6th gen, and knockoff is Escavalier is pretty broken as well. And that's the team in a nutshell. So let's just go through Jonathan's mons pretty quickly. He has a Chansey Eviolite, of course. He have a Mega Charizard, maybe Mega X, Mega Y. I'm not too sure how the team plays out. Looks like Mega X in my opinion. He has Latios. He has a Scissors, also could be his Mega, but Charger most likely might be the Mega instead of Mega Scissors. He has a special defensive, most likely Sylveon. Have to get one of those. That's pretty dope. I must take myself and learn one of those. But still, anyhow, Sylveon, and he also has a Ambipom. Now I know Ambipom most likely in 5th gen, 4th gen used to be the lead. Suicide Leave, Fake Out, and quite a few moves. It's pretty dangerous. Its priorities Fake Out. With the normal gen, it can do massive damage for the first turn. So I had to watch out for that. So without any further ado, this is a very long intro, but let's get into the match, okay? I go with ooh Chewy. When Garchomp enters the stage, showing off its prowess for the first battle it has, goes for the fake out. Knew the fake out was coming. Couldn't do anything about it, but I retaliate because I am Scarf Chomp. I go straight for the Earthquake. Does a decent amount, but not enough to take out the Ambipom, saying that he might have some defensive EVs in that. I go for the second Earthquake, take him out. He does miss the double hit, unfortunately, but it wouldn't play into matter because I know my Scarf Chomp could live it. He goes into his Latios. Scarf Chomp doesn't want none of that Latios action. He goes for the trick, which is pretty dope. He's running trick on his Latios. It seems to be a trick Latios. So he tricks over his specs for my leftovers and goes for the Ice Beam. I swallow that Ice Beam because I'm Florgus, and I go for a specs now. Moonblast, and the specs Moonblast takes out the Latios. So it was a bit beneficial for me to get specs, but it still hinders my supportive role to the team with Florgus. So he opts to go into his Charizard. Mega evolves to Mega Charizard Y. All majestic, being shiny and all. I know I can't stay in here with Mega Charizard Y locked in to Moonblast, but I go for the Moonblast anyway to see how much it does this spec damage because I want to set that out. It does a decent chunk, and I do get the special attack drop. He missed the first Fire Blast. Unfortunately, he does get the second one. It does do a lot of damage. At this point in time, I think I was in 2 minds to just sacking off Florgus. Once I get this Mega Charizard out of the way, Florgus won't be too much of a need in this team, so I opted to go for it. He goes for the Air Slash, gets a flinch this time. I think that makes up for the miss Fire Blast the first turn. So I go back for the Moonblast as he unfortunately shows to me he has the Roost, which means he is going to live a little bit longer. Sacrificing Florgus here was not the best idea in the long run. I see that now, but a locked-in specs Florgus really could not do the team more harm than good. So I go into my Scarf Chomp knowing I can outspeed Mega Charizard all day, every day with Scarf. And he goes into his Sylveon. I wasn't going to a Dragon move anyway, so I go straight for the Stone Edge. Stone Edge does a lot of damage to the Sylveon. I was quite pleased because Sylveon is pretty bulky. And I go into my absolute counter for Sylveon. He goes for the pixelated Hyper Beam. I was like, really? Really? So he goes for Pixelated Hyper Beam, and it does a lot of damage. I go for the return, but unfortunately I keep forgetting that return. I need to switch for return for frustration on this Escavalier because this Escavalier does come from 5th gen, and I do not have the happiness on this Escavalier. So this is I do think I have banded Escavalier at this point in time. I did switch it out for Assault Vest, but I think that time I had it banded. So I actually did quite a switch here into my Talonflame. He goes for his Bullet Punch, but he doesn't know I'm effectively running defensive Talonflame, but he gets a critical hit with a +2 Swords Dance, which was pretty unfortunate for me. I do have the Citrus Berry, and I do go for the Will-O-Wisp. Unfortunately for him, crippling his claws, which is his scissors, for the rest of the match. Now I can wall this scissors pretty much all day, all night with my defensive Talonflame, and I go for those bulk ups here so I can get my Talonflame in a position to wreck shop all over his life. So I go for the first bulk up. And I go for the second one as he I think he missed a move here. I'm not too sure. I think he missed a move. He goes for the second Surge Dance, trying to get +4, knowing that the burn will hinder his scissors, so that's the best thing for him to do. I didn't want him to get any more Surge Dance, so I opt to go for the acrobatics at +2, knowing that I could take out the scissors easily at the health is at. And he goes into his Charizard. I have 2 bulk ups up at this point in time, and I resist most of his stabs, so I can easily go for the acrobatics and easily a one-shot the Charizard. I was pretty surprised that I one-shot the Charizard, even though I don't have any attack EVs into this Talonflame effectively, but it is doing a number on his team. Go for the acrobatics on the Chansey, and I was like, look how much a +2 acrobatics does to Chansey. Oh my lord, Talonflame, you broken, boy. And I am just wrecking his whole life. He opts to go for the poison to get the residual damage on me, and poison protect. He shows me that he's a poison protect stall type Chansey. Unfortunately, I don't get off the acrobatics there, limiting my Talonflame to how much uses I have of it in the match now, since it is bulked up. I wanted to keep it to sweep his rest of his team, but it doesn't look like it's happening. But I go for the second acrobatics, and that's an easy take out for the Chansey. Easy take out for the Chansey, and Talonflame has just efficiently wrecked your whole life. He goes into his last Pokemon, which is a Sylveon right now. Talonflame is just basically doing cleanup work and sweeping away the rest of his teams right underneath the rug. And that's how Talonflame rolls, effectively making Talonflame pretty much a monster. A physical Talonflame is pretty good and dope, guys, but a defensive build of Talonflame will and is able to wreck your whole life. This has been Average Pokemon Trainer. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Later, guys.